Idubbbz is completely finished. Once again, I don't know how often this man is finished. This is a ref video. We're gonna look at that. This is gonna be probably the most humiliating thing you have ever seen, not just from him, but in general, when it comes to a content creator, a male content creator in particular. This is gonna be insanely humiliating. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. It's actually horrible. From the thumbnail, I am incredibly concerned.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here. So today we have a lot of news and drama involving various content creators, including Idubbbz, Hassan, etc. But before we talk about these individuals, I have some good news for you guys. My recent drop with Advanced is doing really well. In fact, we are 90% sold out on some of the limited time items on that list. And if you use code REV15, you'll get 50.
See, the reason why I never believe these, right? When like 90% sold out, 95% sold out, 80% sold out. I personally believe that's actually just a trick for most of the companies that do this. Actually just a trick, so it causes FOMO, so you buy more. That's what I believe. It is an effective strategy. It is an effective strategy. But yeah, that's what I believe.
15% off. That is a temporary code. Make sure to use it. The flavor jar, which I have right here actually, the Jolly Pop flavor, it is delicious. And that's not going anywhere. That is a permanent.
So, I remember Muujin's girl thigh flavor. Whatever that tastes like.
Fixture on the website, but the hoodies as well as this shaker right here, there is a limited quantity of these, and they're about to run out. They're 90% sold out, so if you want to get these, make sure you act very quickly, because probably within hours of making this video, they'll be sold out. So just giving you guys a heads up. Again, use the pinned link in the comment section and use code REV15 for 15% off. Now, let's go back to Idubbbz. It's been a minute since he's uploaded a video. He has his Coming Clean video where he talked about his...
That video was so dog shit.
His old boxing manager and his issues with him and the Are You Scared of Immigrants? He's been hinting at a sort of content cop on someone. It hasn't dropped yet, but this post is going viral.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the actual fuck is this? What the heck is that? No, what is that? Why would you do that to yourself? This has to be a humiliation ritual at this point. He is really either he's really into it. I just feel like, you know, should we just call like somebody to like look after him? This looks like abuse at this point. Why would you do that? And then also virtue signal real quick, which both of these characters have nothing to do with that. I mean, it probably is to shit on J.K. Rowling, I'm assuming. It's just like, why? Just why would you do that to yourself? Why? That does look like a humiliation ritual. The funny part is there. The funny part is though, not only like does he that, right? Has he cross-dressed before? That man is absolutely 100% getting pegged. 100%. If Anissa, his husband, I know she's a woman, but I call her his husband, says he's gonna get digged down, he's gonna get digged down. First things first. Second then, I 100% believe that the only reason that he hasn't ended this relationship yet is because he probably genuinely believes that he cannot do better. The saying just works. I've seen what no pussy does to a motherfucker. But I've also seen what pussy does to a motherfucker. And it's much worse. It is so much worse.
Of him and his wife, Anissa, where he's posing with her. She's obviously Snape. and he is, well, looking ridiculous. It's kind of interesting.
He's Dobby. He is Dobby. Which works kind of really well. This works really, really well, actually. This was picked on purpose. He could have been anyone, right? He could have been anyone, but they picked Dobby.
How he is holding up a trans flag while being basically a mutant. Is he like a 4,000 IQ troll, or is he just that clueless? I don't know anymore. I really don't know. Is he gaming all of us? Are we falling for his routine? Because it's got to be either a humiliation ritual at this point, or he's just like an incredible troll. And at some point he's going to reveal we've been the subject of his punchline, but I highly doubt that second part. But people are calling this out, saying Anissa liking Snape is funny considering the very sanitized version of him from 4chan green text is basically how someone like Anissa paints themselves as a victim. This person says, it's not these people thought they were real celebrities who could actually make their audiences believe what they said. They can't accept that they're not as popular as they used to be and refuse to admit they're wrong and change course. And this person raises a really good point. I thought Harry Potter was transphobia or something. Yeah, do you remember that? Like where Harry Potter was transphobia, like if you played Hogwarts Legacy.
If you played Hogwarts Legacy, you will get cancelled. Anybody remember Pikami getting harassed, and Silvervale getting harassed for playing Hogwarts Legacy? And then another big VTuber fruit was like, we all make mistakes. The queen of VTube cheating after her husband went on deployment.
You were going to be canceled on social media, and we had entire websites dedicated to tracking who was playing that game or streaming it for the purposes of harassing them. Interesting how people in their very purified fan base are making an exception for this Halloween event of theirs and their costumes. But let's talk about someone else associated with Idubbbz. That is Hassan Piker, who's also celebrating the Halloween season with his Superman cosplay. And I'll be real, if he lost the mustache, it's a pretty good Clark Kent. Don't leave the video yet, okay? Hold on. I'm giving credit where credit is due, but the Superman outfit, not the best. But he has been saying a lot during that stream, including addressing the criticism of his treatment of his dog, Kaya, where...
Grill the dog! It's probably a fetish to him, probably. See, the problem with Hassan is... Bro, just admit you shot your dog and people would stop. Like, whether you deny it or not does not matter. You were grilling your dog. Also, it's like... Him being Superman does not fit at all. It does not. You are Lex Luthor, not Superman. And even that would be an insult to Lex Luthor, because Lex Luthor was at least cool.
He basically snapped on a random user and said, Kaya is a better animal than you.
That's why, like, this is
what
so
about your dog?
maddening.
Brother, I can't stress this enough. And I need you to understand something, because I know I bit the bait for one person, and then I think like a Discord server was alerted somewhere because everyone started posting this. Kaya lives a better life than you ever will have. Okay, she's a better...
I don't know, because when I see him carrying Kaya, it is clear to me that first of all, he has no idea how to pick her up. And second of all, you can tell that she's uncomfortable when he picks her up. Because again, he has no idea how to pick up a dog. Nuh-uh.
She's a better animal than you. She's a much more important for many other people's lives than you. Okay? You are going to die alone. Because this is the type of shit you get up to on the internet. you spend the finite amount of time you have doing this kind of stuff on the internet. Okay? You can type ah ha 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 all day, every day, and act as though you're totally not mad right now.
That's ironic because bro is mad. You know what's really funny? He essentially got one guide. How do you get one guide? Lose the gay mustache. See, if he just left the middle part and removed the left and the right part, it actually fits quite well for him. Just saying.
But the reality of the matter is, when you die, it is
also I think would be more considered a corn mustache. It's ironic that he dressed as Superman, a character written by a Jewish man. Yeah, then all of a sudden it doesn't matter.
going to be alone. There won't even be a sigh of relief. You understand? Not even a sigh of relief from your family members. That is how irrelevant you are.
Just understand, guys, if a person like me or anyone like me made a statement like this, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube,
you would get banned. The truth is, you would get banned. You would get banned. But, you know, Tectone can call a fat woman and, get, like, nuked for 2 weeks. However that works.
what have you, we're permabanned. We're done. We're finished. Okay? What he's saying is insane. Someone brings up a slight criticism of his treatment of his dog, and he basically says, she's a better animal than you, and when you die alone, your family's gonna breathe a sigh of relief. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane, and honestly goes right to the Hassan system. We know this. This is how he does things, and he's sticking with it.
The Hassan system, a proven method of handling criticism, hiding no critic's content to obscure their argument, alter, drastically misrepresent the opposing view. Strawman attack the misrepresentation by grouping critics with deplorables. Avoid, debate only weaker opponents, never the original person. Name call, label frustrated opposition as crazy or obsessed to discredit them. That is very accurate.
He's just name-calling, straw-manning, doing anything in his power to avoid legitimate criticism of his treatment of his dog, Kaya. But it gets worse. He's still angry that people believe in Collargate.
I'm just here to make sure the dog's okay. Oh, thanks, man. I can't tell if there are actual people who like still believe that there is severe dog abuse happening, or they're just like, because I'm sure like in the first week, people got firmly invested in this narrative that I was like abusing my dog, but like there's zero.
I don't know. Seems kind of shocking to me. Also, let's not forget that you had to oddly point out that you like having sex with humans, as if you would want to say that, what does that mean? Are you implying that you have had sex with things that are not human? With the connection to your uncle, that is a bit weird. That is a bit weird. With knowing that your uncle would want to legalize bestiality. I don't know, man. I don't know.
4% chance the people who are still spamming it in the chat are like unironically thinking that like there is dog abuse happening, right? Like white people can't be dead.
Now, if he had a goat, I'd actually be concerned.
That delusional. There's got to be like bad faith at this point. I'm sure there are people are still trying to spread it. Yeah, they're just pushing it. It's a joblessness for the most part.
Yeah, you hear that, white people? Hassan is calling out white people because apparently only white people believe in Collargate. Now, guys, don't trust your eyes. Okay, if you saw Hassan on multiple occasions shock his dog live on Twitch, you're wrong. Okay, your eyeballs have deceived you. Hassan knows better, and he's telling
We're hallucinating, boys.
you you're a bad person, and you're also wrong, and you're also probably doing this because you're white, which is, you know, totally racist. And also, like, I don't know, Hassan, like, maybe go out in that LA sunshine, because, dude, like, I'm looking at myself, like, I think I got more complexion than you these days. Like, stop with the narrative, okay? It's getting a bit weird. But of course, Asmongold was one of the many people to respond to this. Let's watch a little bit of this clip together.
Oh, no. He says white people can't.
I'm just here to make sure the dog's okay. Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, oh no.
I'm just here to make sure the dog's okay. Oh, thanks, man. I can't tell if there are actual people who like still believe that there is severe dog abuse happening, or they're just.
Dude, I think that right now it's like, oh man, he just
Stop talking about it, man.
Because I'm sure, like in the first week, people got invested in this narrative that I was like abusing my dog, but like.
See, it would have been gone if you just would not acknowledge it, but you keep acknowledging it. That's the problem. You keep acknowledging it. You keep acknowledging it, and that is why people keep talking about it. This reminds me, this is very reminiscent of Dr. Disrespect and how he handled his weird cheating situation. Somebody that was underage. Bro also kept talking about it, which made everything worse for him.
There's 0% chance the people who are still spamming it in the chat are like
has to be memeing. I can't tell. Oh man.
Unironically thinking that like there is dog abuse happening, right? Like white people can't be that fucking delusional. It's got to be
white people. White people.
Amazing.
Why would white people do? What do you mean?
Unironically think.
But like, why white people? Like, that's the thing too. Like, why white people? Why is it white people in this narrative? Like, please.
Also, since you were like pushing either right wing, I find it genuinely funny how he at first says like, "Oh, this is all right wingers and Israel supporters." Last time I checked, you throw Israelis into the white category. Last time I checked, at least, but I don't know. And just like Israel people from Israel in general, I don't know. Interesting. Regardless. White people being used as a scapegoat in recent years, and they hate it so much, but it's happening to black people. It's been happening to black people for so long. Well, yeah. However, I have to admit, though, the black community does have problems that definitely, most certainly do stem from the black community, where it is their fault. And what I'm talking about here is the baby mama culture. He can't run from it, and chat and comments keep reminding him. Yeah. He just would need not to engage with it. I'm glad we both now see how horrible it is to do that to people. Racism is bad across the board. We know. We absolutely know. The problem is, every community has problems. Obviously. I've just noticed that a lot of problems that those communities have do also stem those communities. That's the problem. There are many problems that do in fact come from those communities or those cultures. That's the problem.
Hassan, inform us why you're saying this about white people. Like, what separates them from the rest of the pack here of human beings in this scenario about Collargate? I don't get it, man, but it gets worse. Because of course it does. People are sharing some clips of him where he's like trying to show off Kaya, who he dressed up as Crypto, and she doesn't look comfortable. Like at all. Am I crazy? Does this not look like weird?
It's because the way he picks her up. The way he picks her up is the problem. It's the way he picks her up. She's uncomfortable because he does not know how to pick her up. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that it is very comfortable for most dogs of this size to be picked up, in my opinion. First of all, I would never pick up my dog because she's too heavy. she almost weighs as much as me, so that's not happening. But also I feel like I'm thinking personally it's just uncomfortable for a dog that, after a certain size to be picked up. That's my opinion. Terrible people have been raised up through money and fame in the black community, used as pawns to lead black people down a destructive path. Very true.
Like, she's not comfortable. Whatever. But here's another clip where Hassan, I'm sorry I'm laughing so much because everything we're talking about today is so ridiculous. Apparently, he's saying that he's getting discriminated against because he's Muslim.
And you will.
I don't give a shit that you're Muslim. I legit couldn't care less. Just stop spouting nonsense and abusing your dog. I think that's if the moment you remove those two, I think not that many people have much of an issue with you anymore. Because that's the main complaints, right? Him abusing his dog, him calling for violence. If we stop that, we are already closer to a more chill climate on Twitch.
Will turn around and say that's easy if you're not targeted. That's why I'm factoring people who are targeted, okay? And also, I have a point of marginalization that has been a fairly important part of the political conversation over the last 2 years, don't you think? You know, I know it too. I experience it as well. And I have to eat it all the goddamn time. Do you think I enjoy having to talk to people who call me a terrorist every goddamn day? Do you think I enjoy the fact that there is heavy scrutiny?
People call you a terrorist because you're supporting terrorist groups. What are you talking about? That's why people call you a terrorist and a terrorist sympathizer. You did that to yourself. This is not some miracle issue that just randomly popped up.
Over the things I'm saying, but that would never work in the same vein if I was a white Jewish American of Ashkenazi descent. The same exact things that I'm saying right now. If I was a white Jewish American of Ashkenazi descent, no one fucking shit. The same exact things I'm saying right now. If I was a white Christian American and not even of Jewish descent, nobody would.
If you were a Christian, you wouldn't even say those. You cannot bring that argument because if you were a Christian, you wouldn't say those things. Logically speaking, that does not make sense. No, that does not make sense. The arguments you bring don't change anything. There's just as many white creators on Twitch that spout the same nonsense that are also orbiters of yours. That also get bodied because they just yap shit. That makes no difference. None at all.
Give a shit. Okay? That's just the reality. But when you're Muslim, there is an additional oomph to the way that people cover this stuff.
Here we go again, guys. Back to the Hassan system. Yeah, he's using that like a shield, and I'm not too surprised. Again, go out in that LA sunshine, man. You're looking pale. Stop making excuses for yourself. You look ridiculous, and yeah. But anyways, just blame white people again, I guess. But here's another clip. I'm not going to play it. You guys get the points. Where he goes into a very self-soothing rant where he basically says, I started on the bottom, now I'm here. Where he's trying to say that he grew up...
Isn't he a Nepo baby? He's a Nepo baby. Using dog, calling for violence, give platform for actual terrorists, lies like no one on the internet, just ask Hector, and acting criminally, abusing the power and high position that you got into. And I'm sure I didn't raise half of Hassan's problems. Yeah, did he party with minors? Oh yeah, I remember when he went to that brothel where there were here in Germany. I remember that. Such BS. Nobody bothers Muslim people because they get accused of racism, even though it's not an ethnic group. Very taboo to bother Muslim people for no reason. Yep, that's also true. That's also true. That is very true. Also, Muslims are oftentimes a very protected group. To be fair, I don't know how it is in the US, but here in Europe, they are a very protected group and get privileges above others. Like free holidays for their celebrations and stuff. Like here in Germany that happens, or stuff get For example, around Christmas and Easter, stuff gets renamed so they don't feel offended. That is also a thing that happens here. Muslims can be very privileged, especially in Europe.
Poor. Guys, understand this. His dad is a billionaire, and his mom is a landlord, which is interesting because in a viral...
Sure, you're so underprivileged. You were dead broke. You are so dead broke if your uncle is a billionaire and your mother is a landlord. Oh my god, so broke. Oh my god. They're very protected. That is why it's taboo to bother them. It's self-destructive to bother them. Yep.
Clip of him that's gone around much on social media. He was talking about landlords and said that we should spill their blood into the streets. That's weird, right? But yeah, I'm not really buying this rags to riches story from this dude. Like, it's so ridiculous. He does literally everything in his power to sound like a victim, and he's getting clowned on because, well, he should. But anyways, there's one other thing I want to talk about today. A bit of an update to yesterday's video. Now, you might see this small thing here. Believe it or not, that is the hardest dislike ratio I've gotten on a video probably this year. The only thing that was comparable was about 2 or 3 months ago when I made a video defending Fillion because people were canceling her for collaborating with Russian streamers, including...
Was that with Smugalana?
People who don't even live in Russia. And I said...
That's interesting. That went completely past me. Yeah, this situation was an absolute catastrophe. The Shondo situation was an absolute and utter catastrophe. And that all because this dumb bitch here, this one, made misandrist posts like women choosing the bear and what else was it? About receding hairlines and minoxidil and yeah, just generally weird. Though I must say that the situation did bring something good. This situation did bring something good. It showed that you cannot just spout misandrist nonsense in a community that is mostly composed, and a viewer base that is mostly composed of men. That does not work. That does not work, and that made me very happy for men standing up for themselves in this space. That made me very happy.
Said simply in that video that excluding people from partnership opportunities due to their ethnicity is racist. Yeah, I got called many things. I was accused of living in Moscow. I was accused of being an agent of the Kremlin. I was accused of being paid by Vladimir Putin. It was crazy how mad people got.
Pays. Yes, Putin essentially pays a slop tuber, so to speak. Yeah, sure, buddy.
For that very simple point. But in a time where we experience a lot of people who are getting cannibalized by their own audience, right? There's people who are pandering and virtue signaling, and eventually it catches up to them and their audience turns on them. I just want to say, reading the comments, I spent like 40 minutes reading the comments on this video. And of course, some people are going to dislike this video. I knew this, right? Because a lot of people really like Shondo and Bao, and I criticize them. Okay, some people are just going to not hear what I'm saying at all and dislike the video. That's fine. But reading through the comments, I thought to myself, I must have done something right. To have a YouTube audience where not only do I get a lot of support in the comments, I see people who can understand that we're dealing with a difficult subject where we're criticizing people that we've defended, or I've defended in videos, and many people in the comment section were fans of at one point or another. But we can say, hey, what happened here, not great. And here's a small update. If you didn't see my pinned comment on yesterday's video.
Yeah, she deleted the, Shondo deleted the comment. I think Shondo was hurt by the fact that people were criticizing somebody she liked. And yeah, I hope she's doing well. I know I've heard that she had some issues during stream, and like just like in general was not doing too well mentally. So I hope that she's okay. I hope that she's fine, right? It was just a stupid loss of impulse control. However, Bao, that's a different situation. I've straight up said I don't like Bao, and I don't like the upper YouTube, like the upper VTubers, like those big quote unquote indie. I don't refer to like those big VTubers, to be fair, indies, because I think like when you have a manager and you have a whole team, I don't think you're particularly indie. You're like a small corpo. I don't consider you indie at that point. Yeah, but I think all this upper like all these big VTubers are rotten to the core. That's my opinion. And from what I've seen, especially during the Cinder drama, I think they're all at least a little rotten.
About an hour before my video went live, this tweet from Shondo that I shared right here, she deleted it. She deleted her apology, and she deleted the subsequent post where she posted this CEO of grooming hats on her model. And apparently she's in the hospital right now. And you guys know I'm honest. I wish her the best. Okay? I know she probably doesn't have the greatest view of me. In fact, she has been very vocal for years about her disliking of what she considers drama tubers, and that's fine. Okay? No ill will. I'm sorry she's not feeling good at the moment. I wish her the best. I hope she feels better very soon. But I'm glad to see the response to this video. Okay? And at the end of the day, like, we're gonna hold people accountable, and we're going to criticize those who even at times we've supported or defended, because they deserve better than being coddled, right? But that's the update. Just wanted to share that with you guys. But for now, that's going to do it with this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, this whole situation in general with Hassan is just like, it doesn't surprise me. Again, it doesn't surprise me. Same thing with Idubbbz. The humiliation ritual is funny. And for Shondo, I think she needs some time off the internet, just a little bit. Just take a few weeks, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks off the internet, and just focus on just like treating yourself a little better. But yeah, anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.